Hey, what is going on, guys? Episode number 2 of the GM, and as you can see on the screen, it looks a bit different. We are no longer 9-1, and that is because I got the new roster update, so I had to restart the whole entire team. And yeah, I tried simulating, and what when was it? I believe this win, I had to actually go in the game. I was down 3-2, and I had to win 5-3. And that game simulated itself. We won 6-3. This game, we were down 7-0. I tried coming back. That did not work. We beat the Rangers regularly. We beat them, and against the Canucks, I didn't even bother. I just took the loss because we were going to lose. We lost the game anyway, but we do have an extra loss. So if we don't make the playoffs this year by one loss, then yeah, it's not my fault. But anyway, there have been some roster changes, as you guys are aware of that, and also many of the Devils have actually gotten better. Zajac, I bumped him down to an 84. He was an 85 with the roster update, I believe. Bumped Schneider up to an 87, so that change is still there. Yager got a boost from an 81 to an 84 on his own. Route 2 still an 85. And I haven't changed any of these lineups. I just left everything how it was. Eliash, I believe, got a bit better. I could be wrong. I thought he was an 82 or 83. Henrique's the same, I believe. And everyone else is pretty much very similar or the same. And defense, I don't think anyone got better here either, and also I moved Volchenkov down 3 points as well just to make things a bit more fair, and I brought up Boucher's potential by a half star. He was 3.5, now he's 4, so because he is pretty promising for us. I mean, he beat Stamkos's record, so you got to give him that. He doesn't have crazy potential. He doesn't have like green stars. He doesn't have 4.5. He's just got 4, and he's a low overall, so he might get better. But anyway, here's the team, and I traded Salvador already, so yeah, he's off. Everything's pretty much exactly the same, but we're gonna hop into this right now by just adjusting the line. Well, we're gonna look at the lineups real quick. You guys may have missed it. So Ryder has been pretty good. He is a sniper, but he only has 1 goal in the first line. Zajac is got 5, so he's got a point per game, and Yager has got 11. So our first line's been good. I think definitely Ryder could be doing better. Eliash down on the second line has 9 points, and we're going to see what Rutu's doing on the third line. If he's got more than 5, do we bring him up? He's got 8, so do we do the real Devils lineup? Do we bring Rutu on that first line, or do we put Eliash? This is a pretty big decision, but Ryder definitely will not be staying there. And I think I'm going to have to bring... this is hard because Rutu is the higher overall, and he's got 1 less point, but he doesn't play the power play, and he's playing on the third line. And look who he's playing with compared to Eliash. I mean, not that big of a difference, but Henrique is a lot better than Josefsson, and Bruner's got more offensive side than Klo. So it's going to be hard, but Ryder is definitely not going to play the first line. Let's look at the plus minus, and right there that'll tell who we have. It's not that big of a stat, but Eliash is +7. And he's 7% at shooting, and then we'll see what Route 2 is, and then we'll make our decision from that. So Route 2 is +5 and 20% for shooting, so maybe if he shoots more, it'll go in more. And he's got a shorthanded goal, so we're going to do the Devils' real lines, which are basically this, except at the center role, Josefsson is not there. We would have, who is scratched? It's got to be Carter, I believe. So Harold and Carter are our 2 scratches. I guess we'll leave him scratched because Zubris definitely fits better there. Josefsson might have some potential. Yeah, he's got 3.5, so I mean he could get to like an 80, 81, and he's been doing all right down there. So this episode's been pretty long. It might be a little bit longer just because of I had to explain everything. But anyway, the roster updates are live, and we will take a look at who is leading in the NHL real quick. So yeah, I know you guys definitely wanted to see a roster update. I wish I could have gotten 9-1, but that wasn't going to happen being down 7-0. And I didn't want to restart everything because we started out good. We started out 6-0, I believe, and then we were going to lose to Calgary, and I had to simulate the game myself. But anyway, we have with 11 goals Lucic, so that's pretty unexpected. With 14 assists, Spezza, that's not too bad there. With points, we have Zetterberg, Eriksson, Lucic, Plekanec, Spezza, Hossa, Datsuk, and Ribeiro. Most penalty minutes, Frazier with 48. Best plus minus, Yager is on our team, and he's leading for us. Same with Zajac, Volchenkov, Ryder. A bunch of Devils are on here, so that's really good. Power play goals, Voracek, Lucic, Versteeg. So Lucic has been a monster, it seems. Shorthanded goals, Pacioretty. Route 2's on there, but he's only got 1, so obviously many people are going to be on there. Game-winning goals, Jaromir Jagr, doing it for the Devils in real life and doing it for us in the game. Game-time goals, 0. Most shots, Hall. Surprisingly, Ovechkin's not up there. Like seeing Williams, Hansel, Simmons all have more shots than Ovechkin. I don't believe it. Shot percentage, that's Josefson's up there. But anyway, face-offs. This is definitely not going to be a good category. Let's check goalies real quick, and then let's get into the games, and we're going to simulate a bunch real quick. But anyway, who played the most? So Quick played the most wins, Bernier. And again, save percentage and stuff like that, it's not going to be too good because all these goalies played like no games. I believe Bernier is the #1 goalie because he played the most out of all these so far. Yeah, all these goalies have probably played like a few games. Yeah, Bernier has 9, and then next is 6 with Lindback or who was it? So Price and Bernier, the number 1 goalies for both the Habs and the Leafs. But anyway, we got the roster updates. We're basically the same team. A few players got a boost from the update, and Zajac and Schneider are the only 2 players that have really been adjusted. So we simulate the first 10. Let's simulate the next 10. So that's 3, that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we're going to simulate it to the Penguins game, and we're going to see how we do there. And also, I'm going to see how Brodeur and Schneider are setting this up. I'm going to guess it's going to be like 3-to-1 ratio, Schneider to Brodeur. But Brodeur is an 85, so maybe we'll put him in. But Schneider did get the win there. Not a very good win. We let up a bunch of goals. But let's check the scouting assignment. It's pretty hard to see what we need here. I mean, I think we have the better offense, definitely. Better forwards. There, that's a better word. We have the better forwards right now, but don't have that many rookie forwards like good rookie forwards coming up for us. We have maybe 1 or 2, and defense we have a lot more, in my opinion, that are coming up. Maybe not right now, but yet again, like I said, we have a old forward group going on here, and our defensemen are, some of them are young. We got Fane, who's not, I mean, he's not young, but he's pretty young. Green's not that old. But looking at our forwards, we got a lot of old guys. A lot of guys older than 33, older than 34, so definitely want to get some more good forwards for us. And against the Flyers, can we get another one here? It'd be huge going 11-2. I'm pretty sure. Oh my, I mean, oh, there's a loss there. But anyway, if we would have won that game 12-2, I don't really think, unless we went like 0-6 or something like that randomly. Which you never know. That could happen right here. I mean, if we lose against the Flyers, then you never know. But I mean, our team, I don't see how we're. Yeah, well, there's a loss, but I don't see our teams doing that good. I mean, I've done GM modes with. Early on, I traded 2 of my first-round picks, and I don't even know who I got, but I got 2 good players, and I believe it was Tampa, and they, for some reason, couldn't do anything. I got a goalie, I got someone to play with Stamkos and St. Louis, and all this stuff, and then we got the Devils, who, they don't have the greatest, I mean, they've got good depth, I'll give them that, definitely. I mean, they don't really have a first-line player, I would say. I mean, 84 for Yager and Zajac and 85 for Ruutu. Ruutu's their best forward. I mean, that's pretty sad, but I mean, their third line's got like mid-80s, so I mean, I think they're a very well-depth team, and they got a lot of good players on the team. They don't have any outstanding players, but their whole team is pretty good based with 2 good goalies, so maybe it's our goaltending that has been winning the games for us. But anyway, Reed Boucher, it looks like he is doing good down there. And Kincaid's doing good, so maybe Kincaid would go up. I don't know, that'd be pretty cool. But anyway, we're going to simulate this game slow and see if maybe Yager could pick up a hat trick to get number 15. Can he maybe? Zajac power play goal, and Neal would tie it, and then in overtime, nothing, and in shootout, well, there you go, we lost. That makes sense, but Brodeur had a pretty good game. Both goalies played very good, and Neal would get the 3rd star, not Zajac. And that's Zajac 7th from Zidlicki and Yager. And that is number 20 for our games played this season, so we're 1/4 the way there, and a very good 13-6-1 record. But I believe we lost 3 out of our last 4 and 5 out of our last 6. So we need to not 5 out of our last 6, 5 out of our last 7, I believe. But we need to definitely step it up for goals against average. Neither goalie there. For wins, Schneider is in 2nd. For points, no one there. For assists and for goal, he'll be 1st in the league. For a guy who's 42 years old, I don't know if he's 40. He's not 42 yet in this game, but basically the same thing. Metropolitan Division, we are sitting in 1st, but it's very, very, very close. I mean, unless if we were in Pacific, then yeah, I'd say we have a very strong chance at making the playoffs. But all these other divisions are extremely close. Like if we were in Atlantic, we wouldn't even really be in a playoff spot. We'd be in 4th or 5th, but that would be just for the wild card spot. But anyway, our division is pretty good. I mean, if we lose 2 in a row and then the Capitals and Hurricanes win 2 in a row, then we're not in a playoff spot. But I mean, I don't know. We started so good, and I really think we can continue this. But let's move on to the next 10. So that was 3, 7. Oh, we got a pretty hard schedule definitely here. This 3-game road trip is going to be hard against 3 really good teams. But can we scratch maybe 3 points here? That would be good enough for me, in my opinion. I mean, the Ducks are not good in this game, it seems, and we get a 1-0 shutout there. The Kings are very good, and we get shut out ourselves there, 3-0. So not a very good game, but maybe we can get a bounce back against a pretty bad Sharks team in this game. Can we do it? Yes, we can. There you go. No goals from Jágr in the past 3 games, or no assists for Green in the past 3, but another win, so that's 4-0, so that's definitely what we wanted. We picked up more points than we thought, but we definitely got to pick up more and more and keep going on. So there's a loss to the Hurricanes, who are in our division, who are right near us, so we definitely got to keep winning. This could be a big game if we lose for them anyway. They could, so there you go, we win, but I don't know if it was in overtime or not. But anyway, that sets them back a bit. They were only like 2 points behind us, and we get another one against Buffalo, so we're doing very good. But here, I think we got to pick up. Okay, I think we're good enough right now. 19, 8-1. We are a very good team right now. And there's another win, 28-1. If we beat the Red Wings, I'm gonna say it now, as GM, I'm gonna say we're a playoff team. But we got to beat the Red Wings. So let's see, can we beat the Red Wings? I'm saying we're gonna do it. First period, nothing. Second period, Klo and Henrique, but Franzen gets 2. Is that a hat trick? No, it's not. In the third period, let's simulate this pretty fast, but not too fast. Power play, and there it is, Henrique. There you go, Henrique. Can you get the hat trick this game, maybe? Definitely would like to see him get to like an 86, 87, and keep him on the first line. I feel like he's definitely got more offensive upside than Zajac. And Bertuzzi with 38 seconds would get the game-winning goal. So there's not a win for us. Not a very good game for Schneider, but Henrique had a pretty good game, and it looks like no one else on our team really did anything. But I mean, we had a very, very good run. We won 5 out of 6, I believe, and then we lost that, so it's 5 out of 7. But anyway, 29-1, and no one's up there for either. Schneider took over first, points, no one. Jágr dropped out of the race, but Henrique stepped it up with 15, so he's 1 point behind. I mean, 1 goal behind Ovechkin. No one's with the assists. Oh my, we are in. Look at that! Whoosh, wow. Our division completely, I don't know if collapsed is the word, but as you saw before, there was 3, maybe 4 teams going for a playoff spot. Now, there is every single team going for a playoff spot in our division. Even with the Atlantic division, I mean, look at that. Tampa wins 2 in a row, and they're in a playoff spot. Is that with every... Not really. The Central, it's sort of... And Pacific, it's actually like that. I've never really seen that, where every game, like every team is so close to one another. I've never seen that before. I don't know if the roster update or something changed it, because, I mean, look at that. 2 through 8 is only separated by 6 points. Like, that's insane. Usually, each division has, like, 2 really bad teams. I mean, the only bad team in this whole entire league right now is Colorado. Every other team could make a playoff spot. I mean, the Flames, it's pretty far-fetched, but, I mean, they win, like, they go, like, 6 out of 6 wins, like, 2 losses and 2 overtime losses, and they're probably in a playoff spot. But like I said, our division, I think we have a pretty good jump and advantage on all these teams. And this starts right here against the Rangers, followed by the Jackets and other teams. So 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we're going to play our next 10, and hopefully we can go somewhat of 5. I'd hope 6 and 4, but going 5 and 5, I still think we have a good chance at winning, making the playoffs. I'm going to say it right now already. I think we're a playoff team. We lost there, but we did pick up a point. And Henrique scored again, so he's been on fire. Can he get to 20 before this little 10-game streak ends? We get shut out again, so we've been shut out a few times this year, and it's been like 3 and 4 nothing, so it's not like a 1-0 shutout. So definitely haven't been the best, and I don't think Schneider or Brodeur have been the best either. Neither of them are up there for save percentage or shots. Goals against average, but I mean, they're getting the job done, and I could be wrong. Maybe they're like 11th for each of them, and they're playing pretty good. But like I said, it looks like we are giving up goals, and even when we're getting shut out, it's not just 1-0. So I think we could definitely, I think it's our defense, to be honest. I think if our defense could get a bit better, then we should be fine. We're just going to keep going to the OHL, I believe. Do we want to? No, we've been going to the WHL. I think we just want to continue here because there are a few guys that I definitely want to get here. And like there's like 4 or 5 top 10 guys here. So we got to go up to the Islander game. And like I said, again, I think we are a playoff team. I mean, we're way over 500. This is a very good Senators team. Can we beat them? Yes, we can. I mean, and now Jágr took over Henrique's spot, so now Jágr's coming alive. So, I mean, do we move? I know I don't want to mess with chemistry. I've read comments, people saying don't change the lines at all if you're winning. So I definitely don't want to move it. I was going to say, do we bring Henrique on the first line and put Zajac down? But Zajac's probably feeding Jágr, and Henrique's doing just fine on the second line, so he's creating some offense for the second line. So if we move Zajac down, we bring Henrique up, maybe it pulls our second line's offense out, and maybe our first line's offense gets a bit messed up anyway. But look at that, we did lose to Chicago. We had a pretty bad loss to the Capitals and the Ducks, so a 3-game losing streak. But we came back and won that game, and now we're going to an Islanders team who's not very good. We're going to slow simulate this game, and hopefully we could get a win here. So the first period, we are down 2-0, and I'm going to say we come back. And by comeback, I mean they score a shorthanded goal, but Jágr gets one. I mean, maybe if we could score early into this period, we can come back and we have power. Nope, and this game's over. 4-1, Grabner on the power play on Brodeur. So Brodeur started, I believe he started the last time we slow simulated too. So, okay, so do we want to just go to the, I want to try to get as much as I can in the next 4 minutes or so. So we're going to simulate to, I'd say to the All-Star break. I mean, not All-Star break, to the Olympic break. So we're going to simulate all the way up to there, to the Capitals game. And I'm hoping we could, by the time, I don't know how many games are left, but I'm hoping we could be like 32, 17, and like 3 or 4. I mean, that's a pretty far stretch going like 8, 2, and 1 or whatever I said. But I think we definitely need to continue it. So there's a regulation loss, so that's not the best. And I mean, if we go on a 4 or 5 game losing streak, then we're right where everyone else is, just a pretty solid, even 500 team, and we definitely don't want that. But we do pick up a win there. Jágr picks up his 20th goal. Green's got 25. Jágr's a plus 16, and Schneider's got 21 wins. Let's make it 22, and Jágr's also got 21 goals. So our team has been doing very good, and it's continuing. Whenever we have a rough streak or a rough stretch of like 2 or 3, maybe even 4 games, we come back and we have a good streak. And now we're on a 3 or 4 game, maybe even a 5 game winning streak right now. And I mean, we win the next 2. We are 30, 15, and 2, and then pretty sure we only need like 5, 6, maybe 7 more wins, and we are in the playoffs. I mean, usually it's 90, 92, even 94 points to make the playoffs, and it seems like every team is so close to one another, so it might even be less to be a playoff team. It seems like the Wild are on an 8-game winning streak. We could have been if we beat the Leafs, I believe, but 29, 16, and 3, and there's another loss. But, I mean, we still have a great record. Jágr didn't score in a few games. Green's getting assists still. Can he get 30 tonight, 30th assist? No, we can't, and I believe that was another loss. But still, I still think we got this down packed. I still think we are a playoff team, and I still think we are leading our division, honestly. I mean, like I said before, it was 34 for the Hurricanes, and we had 41. And there's another win. That's our 30th win of the season. That is Jágr's 22nd goal and Green's 30th assist. We beat the Capitals just to smother them a bit. They are pretty far behind us, and we get shut out 3-0 again. But how many games do we have left till the Olympic break? Hopefully only a few. I think there's 2 weeks this week and 1 more. So we have the Rangers, who are very good, but we do get a win there. I don't know if that was in overtime either, but we do get a nice 3-1 win there. And let's go back, and this time, either the QMJHL, OMG. But yeah, either I don't know why I said that. But, I mean, I think I just got to keep going here. I mean, I don't have the best GM or whatever. I don't know. I want to do OHL for 6 weeks, but here I want to keep going. I mean, I don't think I'm going to have a very good first-round pick anyway, so maybe I'm going to do OHL next time it pops up, because getting like Hosang in the second round or something like that would be a pretty good pickup. But anyway, let's just keep going on here. We have 6 games left, I believe. Going 3-3 would be perfectly fine for me. And there's a loss. So Butler for Zubris. Zubris is working out fine. Our team's been doing good. No thank you. The trade might have been somewhat good. I mean, we save $1 million and some and change on the salary, but our team doesn't have that much anyway. We don't need, I mean, it'd be great to have more, but Zubris is an 80 overall, and he's working out in the 4th line as it seems. I haven't really checked his stats or anything, but we are winning. Our team's doing very good, and I don't really want to change anything. So I haven't even paid attention to those games. I believe we went 1 and 2. Let's pretend we went 2 and 2. I don't know what we went in that week, but there's a nice 6-1 win. Jágr maybe could get to 25 goals at the end of this. Maybe get 1 against Oilers, 1 against Capitals. I'm hoping so, but we are going up against a very good Oilers team, which you don't really hear that too often. And we do lose in regulation, I believe. No goals from Jágr, no assists from Green. Jágr's still plus 16. He's been that for like 3 years. Okay, so now we're going to go against Capitals. First period, 2 goals, Gianta and Zajac. Nothing in the second. And Grabowski and Johansson would both get goals in the third against Schneider, and they would tie the game. Going up against overtime, I'm going to say Jágr scores here. I have a feeling, but I'm going to say it goes to a shootout, actually. But if it does end in overtime, I'm saying Jágr scores. But usually when there's not... Oh, just kidding, Ovechkin scored. That's hilarious. And a deflection. That's something you really don't hear that often. Ovechkin scoring in overtime on a deflection. I mean, usually he's the one shooting 90% of the time, but the Capitals do come from behind, being down 2-0 in the middle of the third, and they would win in overtime. Ovechkin's 30th goal of the year, Zajak's 15th. Jágr and Green would both pick up points. Same with Elias and Zidlicki on Gianta's goal. So a pretty bad loss after leading 2-0, but still, I mean, we got a point out of that. And I mean, it's a heartbreaker because there's only like a minute left till the shootout, but we probably would have lost in that anyway. But our team's sitting in a very good spot, and I would say so. So Brizgalov is leading in the NHL in both categories by, I would say, by pretty far. I mean, those are, you need to lose like 2 or 3 games by a lot to go down to like LaBarbera, which I don't know why he's up there either. But Chicago, I mean, they've got a good defense and a very good offense, so Schneider isn't first for wins. For points, I would say no one's from us, and that is correct. For assists, I would say no one from us, and that is also correct. And for goals, no one for us, and that is also correct. But Jágr probably could get 1 or 2. If he gets 4, I mean, he's in third. But like I said, that's 4, and the other teams need to not get any. So definitely, it's got a lot closer. So we definitely haven't been the best in our last 10 or so games. But, I mean, we are still sitting in second in our division, and I mean, they're definitely getting really close. I mean, we lose 2 in a row. Carolina and Columbus both win 2 in a row, and that puts us down to 4th. So that's pretty scary. Not at 4th because Columbus wouldn't even have 70, but still, you know what I mean. 2 or 3 games losing and then them winning, and we are not in a playoff spot. And to think we had like an 8 or 9 point advantage on them like 2 weeks ago is pretty scary. So every team has really came back, and it seems like a lot of the divisions are still really close, but the top 2, it seems like in each division, have a pretty good grip on things. I mean, our division, we are 4 points ahead of Carolina. Toronto is 4 points ahead of Detroit. This division is really close to Central and Pacific. They've got a 6-point lead. The Edmonton Oilers have a 6-point lead over the Ducks. I mean, wow, the Ducks, that makes sense. The Kings. So, yeah, it's pretty pretty weird season, I would definitely have to say. The Oilers, Buffalo, let's see, Oilers, Buffalo, and I guess that's it. I mean, Nashville is probably going to be a playoff team. So those 3 teams right there are all looking like to be a playoff team. Penguins, Capitals, Boston, and the Ducks are all looking not to be a playoff team. So and even the Sharks too. That's pretty scary. I mean, so there's going to be a lot of different teams going into the playoffs, I would say, unless things randomly change. But the trade deadline is coming up in a week, and we will see what we do there. But anyway, guys, let's quickly take a look at the stats. We got to go quick. I don't want to make this video 6 hours unless you guys want to see a 6-hour video, but I know you guys don't. But anyway, so goals for, we are 13th. Per game, we are 14th. So goals for, we're average, so we're middle of the pack. Goals against, we are 8th, so top 10, and I mean, we have 1 shutout win, and we can go to the top 5 in my opinion. Power play goals, we have 44 out of a lot of chances, so we are not that good, but we do have we scored 2 more power play goals, and we have the second most power play goals in the whole league, but we do have a lot of power play chances. So we are only sitting at like 17%, which is 20th in the league, so we definitely can improve that. Penalty kill, 84, which in my opinion is good. I'd like to be around 85, in which that would be 4th. So, I mean, that's the 1% higher. But anyway, still very good at 84. And let's go down to our team again and let's see how we are home and away. So home we are very good, almost double the wins and losses. And away we are good but not great. And the last 10 we are definitely not good at 4-5-1. The Rangers are 8-1-1, and that's why they passed us. And every other team looks to be going just around average besides the Rangers, and that's about it. Every other team, there's no team with even 7 wins in their last 10. So definitely the Rangers are very good at the moment, and we are not good at the moment at 4-5-1. Let's take a quick look at our stats. So let's go to centers, and let's see. Do we bring Henrique up? I mean, I don't think so. Zajac plus 13. He's got more assists, so he'd be feeding Jágr. And he's only down by 1 point than Henrique. Josefsson's been pretty good, but he did have 10 points like 2 months ago, so he's definitely dried out a bit. Elias with 40 points is pretty good. He's -3 though. He was +7 early on in the season. Close definitely, I mean 3rd line, but that's definitely not cutting it in my opinion. Route 2, 44 points, so this guy has been unbelievable. He passed Jágr in points, so Route 2, that's been a huge change. So, my opinion, I mean, Elias probably would have had 4 extra points playing on that first line, but Route 2 has been a very big pickup, and he is +11 as well, and he's been playing great with Jágr, as it seems. Ryder has kind of got it back together on the 3rd or 2nd line. I believe he's on the 3rd line, but anyway, he's been pretty good. Brunner has been alright. He's -5 as well. And Bernier, 7. Zubris, he's only got 5. And that trade before, maybe Butler could have gave us 5 or 10 more points. But anyway, Zubris probably barely plays, but he is -8. And he only has 5 points. So let's go to defenseman real quick. And Green is leading with 38, so that's very good. Zelicki with 27, that's very good. Fane with 22, wasn't really expect that, but it is pretty good. Jelinas with 15, I mean, you could see him with more in my opinion, and he is him and Merrill, the only 2 minus players on the team. And Volchenkov with 9, and Merrill with 9 as well. Power play goals, Jelinas with 1 and Green with 3. So our defensemen are all doing pretty good, but nothing too special there besides Green. And for goalies, we have Schneider with under 2.2. And almost 93 save percentage, so very, very good for Schneider at 28, 17, and 2. So that's also very good. While Brodeur is only 5 and 5, but I mean, if he played more, I think he would be at 92 save percentage and a bit better. I mean, he's an 85 overall, so I think our team is good. I don't know if we could win the cup, but I definitely think we are a playoff team. And I mean, what do you guys want to see for the trades? I only want to make this realistic, so I'm not going to be like, yeah, I'm going to trade 2 first-round picks and Brodeur, and let's get Stamkos. That makes sense. No, we're going to make it realistic, and hopefully you guys enjoy this episode, but I definitely want to see your comments on what I should do with the lineups. I'm thinking I'm going to keep them, but do I trade Zubris? Do I trade something? Do I trade like a 2nd-round pick or something and Zubris and get someone a bit better than Zubris, or do I get a better 3rd-line center? Josefsson doesn't really seem to be cutting it at the moment, honestly. He's got 13 points, but he had 8 in the beginning of the season. He had 10 in the beginning of the season in like the first 20 games, and now the next like 25, he's only got 4 more points for us. And he's a minus player. But anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Sorry it's been really long, but I hope you did enjoy it, and I will see you guys later.